What's it like being in a competition for the Mr. Health and Fitness magazine? Well, since it's based off of votes, I feel like I'm running for president. You know, today I was going around the gym with my QR code like I'm campaigning. Vote for Mr. Ford. Vote for Mr. Ford. Gonna be on the cover of a magazine. One of my fellow lifters, Christian, he's like, yes, you're running for Mr. Gaines, Mr. Health and Fitness. You know, he offered to run for my VP, but I told him the spot was taken by me. I'm doing VP and president. We running for all of it. But yeah, I feel like I should be going out and campaigning and stuff. You know, like, since I'm going for votes, I want to hop on freaking CNN and Fox News and be like, what's up, dude? New political party is here, Mr. Health and Fitness. But I don't know if that's their forte anyway. So we're just gonna keep pushing out my QR code. I got some flyers getting printed. I'm gonna be posting those up everywhere I can until I run out of paper. But I was in the gym today and I was getting one of my other friends to vote. And he's like, oh, so like, do they put that picture on the magazine? I'm like, no. They're gonna fly me out to do a photo shoot. And he's like, whoa. He's like, that would be cool. And I was like, it will be cool. And we kept talking for a little bit longer. And he's like, dude, I hope you win. Remember guys, it's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when. It's not a matter of if Dillon's gonna win this competition. With the help of myself and everyone else that watches me, you will see Dillon on the cover of that magazine. Even I myself soon will be walking through the grocery store checkout and I will see myself on the magazine stand. And I am going to be just as surprised as you guys are. Alright? Someone's going to be behind me like, oh my god, that's Dillon Ford. And I'm going to be right in front of him. And I'm going to be like, oh my god, that's Dillon Ford. And then I'm going to buy my own magazine. And sign it and like frame it or something. I feel like I'd have to. Dillon, what a crazy story. Dillon got his first official modeling gig via a competition with votes. If I win this competition that's based off of votes to be on the cover of a magazine, then who knows how many other magazines they're going to want me to be on the cover of, if that makes sense. Who knows how many other clients out there are like, wow, we want Dillon. And I'm getting ready for it. I'm getting ready. I just keep collecting small wins every day. Every day. Did I win my trade in trading? That's a win. Did I go to the gym today? That's a win. Did I make a YouTube video? That's a win. Did I post a YouTube video? That's an even bigger win. Did I post on Facebook? That's a win. Did I get a new follower today? That's a win. Did I go on a walk with my backpack today? That's a win. See, look, just today, I have a stack of wins that are as tall as me. And the day is only halfway done. Dillon's still got to go to work. I've still got more day to accomplish. Granted, nothing too... I was gonna say that nothing too productive happens while I'm at work, but that's not entirely true. I just don't do the productivity that I like to do. It's like, well, Dillon, don't you like making money? It's like, yeah, I love making money. That's why I started making YouTube videos. Well, that's not even true. See, I like serving as a job. It's good money. The problem with serving now, especially since I'm a personal trainer, is, well, I talked about this in one video, people's food choices. Now, I'm the type of person where I'm always going to judge people for the better. But every time somebody orders something crazy that reminds me of my old self, a bead of sweat drips down to my chin, and I'm like, are you sure? It's those orders that I almost want to take it in pencil just in case they change their mind. you know? Just in case, instead of that salad with 2 ranches, maybe they're like, you know what, let's try the margarita vinaigrette. Maybe instead of that Django platter of 5 fried foods, maybe they'll be like, you know what, let's go with the chicken breast today. You know, I found out one of my coworkers will actually recommend the chicken breast. And see, the reason I never do that is because I didn't think people would go for it. I feel like if I recommended the chicken breast, people would laugh and think I'm joking. But no, he actually recommends the chicken breast, and people go for it, people order it. So I think I'm gonna start doing that. I don't think it's really what management wants to hear. Dillon, you're supposed to be selling Diablo shrimp in our new LTOs. Why are your sales all chicken breasts? It's like, well, because I'm about to be on the cover of Mr. Health and Fitness. That's why. It's my job to lead by example. You know? That's why, like, ever since I lost the weight, we'll be going somewhere and my sister would be like, oh my God, I hope we don't see anybody from public. And I'm over here, I'm like, I hope we see somebody from public. I wanna, cause we moved away from our hometown for like a year and then we came back. So it's like, dude, I feel like I missed so much. Where is everybody? What are y'all doing? And, well, it's kind of quiet. No, nobody's really doing anything. This sounds arrogant, but I feel like I'm one of the few in this town that does the most. And even though it's arrogant, it's objectively true. How many people do you know whose day went like this? They woke up, they day traded the S&P micro future contract. Got done in 15 minutes. Made pre-workout, went to the gym. Hit a leg day, came back. You know what I did right after my leg day? Ugh. I grabbed this thing right here. Dude, what is that? I thought you didn't go to college. Trust me, it ain't full of pencils and paper, man. This thing's full of weights. It's a 30-pound backpack, my favorite backpack. Because, dude, you put it on and then you burn extra calories. Come on. Like, if you're going on a walk, you don't have to go too crazy, but like, even if you put on like some 5-pound ankle weights, that still counts. You're still gonna burn some extra calories. And you might grow your hamstrings because of it, since you don't have like 30 pounds sitting on your traps. Ladies, I'd probably try that one. You know, like weighted blankets? Somebody needs to invent weighted clothes like they have in anime. Because like if Dillon had a weighted pair of sweatpants, ooh, the cut would be so easy. I'd just walk around wearing a 40-pound outfit until I was shredded. It'd take me like 10 days, you know? So if somebody could go out there and find Dillon some lead clothes that won't give Dillon lead poisoning, y'all hit me up. I'll buy it. I'll Amazon 2-day delivery that thing straight here. And I just did it again. I referenced myself in third person. Someone asked me, I'm gonna do a video more in depth on why I do this, but somebody asked me, Dillon, why are you always making third person references? Well, I just think it's fun, you know? Like, I don't know if I told y'all this already, but sometimes I like to write about myself in third person. Really, I feel like it unclogs the plumbing in my brain. You know? Like if Dillon's got a lot going on in his brain that he knows, like, all right, we need to sort this out. There's too much. I don't know what to focus on. I open my notes app and I get to typing. And I just put all my thoughts on there. So it's kind of like, how do I explain this? In your brain, you got every color you need to make a picture. Sometimes Dillon can't figure out what colors he's supposed to be using for said picture. So I take all the colors in my brain, I do my third person writing, and then boom, now I have a color palette. Now it's very clear what colors Dillon needs to use in order to continue to paint his picture of life. I hope that analogy helped you. If you're still a little bit confused, then come back tomorrow. But y'all have a good one. I'll be back.